The White House quoted GameStop's tweet after they talked about the console wars being over. There's a lot of speculation happening right now. We saw a blip last night up about 8%, and today we're going to talk about GameStop's trading, what it's doing, how all this ties in. Watch until the end of the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn post notifications on. All that is free. I appreciate it for researching, editing, uploading, recording these for you guys, not in that order. Now, the White House quoted GameStop's post, "Power to the players," with Trump in a halo suit with the flag in the background. And this was after the statement from GameStop declaring the console wars being over was posted. There is a lot of speculation on this alone that the White House or the government took a stake in GameStop. As many of you know, they have been personally entering companies, Intel being one of them, and now it is not too far off that they will continue to invest in individual plays. There are several other ones that they've taken stakes in, and GameStop, is it one of them? Let me know in the comments down below. A lot of people think that would be crazy, and it's very possible. However, there's also that timeline that we're looking at where we could be at that American flag. We also had Ryan Cohen tweet about Trump several times. GameStop today, last night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, posted the PlayStation 2 released 25 years ago. In the video, says you brought your kitty. And in the video, it's very nostalgic. I'm going to put it in a YouTube short because I can't get demonetized for posting this, but I suggest you go watch it. I'll try and link it in the comments down below. Then we have GameStop posting the Halo guy shaking Donald Trump's hand, and from Rapid Response posting number 9, President Trump presides over the 20-year console wars. Maybe all of this is nothing, but this picture looks oddly familiar to this picture that Roaring Kitty posted on June 11th of 2024. Then we have Trump following this, tweeting off to Japan with the flag. People are also indicating that has to do with Roaring Kitty's thumbnail as well. Then we have possibly Ryan Cohen's other account that people say. Again, this is speculation, most of this, but it is still crazy that all in all, it's odd. Especially right on the blip that we're supposed to see in the chart. And we've talked about it. We'll talk about it in a second. But Ryan Cohen's possible burner account that people say posted this as well. Then we have, not speculation, a big dark pool order jumping into 112,000 shares, 112,069 shares to be exact. You can see that right here, for $2.8 million. That's going to bring us into the chart. Coincidentally enough, we had this snub in the chart, and you can go back and quote me, I believe on Friday's video or one of the videos over the weekend. I believe it was Friday though. We talked about this. We had this drawn out in the chart, this snub right here in black. However, it played out at a much smaller scale. We can see that we got the snub and then the sell-off. So we are in the right scenario. But what happened after this? Well, I believe I grabbed this from the first part of the cycle back here where we had this run up in the green zone. We are either at leg 1 or leg 2, and we sell off from here. Unfortunately, if we sell off from here, in which case we are reaching theoretically the end of this cycle, we are about 53 days in, about to end the green zone. We hit a peak in this one 54 days in, and a peak in this one 53 days in. So unfortunately, we are at that peak level as well as running out of volatility. We're not seeing any crazy volume, but right now we are seeing possible backing of the White House, possible more investments into cryptocurrency, as well as what I will state is basket plays giving the signal that GameStop should continue to move higher. We also see, just from a technical standpoint, GameStop's trading at $23.50. I believe fair value is around $26, and we are bouncing off of this ascending channel that we have been trading in. Bounced off it quite a bit every single time we've came down to test it. We've had a hard bounce on it, and we came down to test it, and we are beginning to get that tough bounce here. Now, we're going to talk about the basket stocks, but I do want to state, as far as the console wars being over, another company benefiting is Microsoft. This is up 1.7%, trading at $532.60. Now, I want to talk about BBBY. It was up about 6%. It's trading at $9. I also called out BBBY coming up to $10 on earnings. You still have about 11.6% gain if that does happen. You are risking lots of downside on a very risky company that reports earnings tonight, but I am in a little bit of a YOLO trade to see what happens here because I believe BBBY has a larger target ahead between 14 and 16 bucks. Unity was also climbing as well, up 5%. So they're both up about 4.5% right now. AMC has not made its move yet, but what we can see is that GameStop was in, if GameStop was in this micro point of interest right here, getting this snub, then AMC should be, pull up AMC's chart right here. Well, let me double check this really quick. Okay. AMC should theoretically be right here. So we should be seeing back here AMC off of the bottom saw about a 30% move or 45% move in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one trading week. So assuming we saw something similar, we should see AMC in this trading week come right up. Oh, coincidentally to this trend line by the end of the week around 380 to 385, which is a resistance level that we have had for quite a while. So we're in this part right here. This is what it's going to look like. I believe we're going to see a catalyst for AMC. It also has earnings very soon. You're probably going to see that blip prior to earnings, or maybe it stalls out until earnings, but I don't believe it's going to lag that far behind GameStop's little snub. Disregarding the cycle dates and the momentum, GameStop could continue its bounce and move higher as we are at the low of the trading range. I am not bearish. I just want to let you know that I am not bearish. Still hold everything here, calls as well as shares. ASST, we called it out Friday. We called it out last night. Actually, I believe we called it out earlier than Friday. I can double check Discord. Let's double check Discord really quick. Oops. So we have ASST yesterday. More people calling it out in May. Okay, so we called it out over the weekend, and then we talked about it in yesterday's video. Today it's up 48%. Absolutely ripping heads off. Was up 32%. Continuing to watch this one. BYND really not showing signs of momentum at all. Volumes fading to nearly nothing. It's down 10%. However, we did hold the 618 on the fib level around $1.86. And I told you that no matter where this goes, watch for a break above 306 for more momentum, or a break below 114 for this thing to officially be over. We're in dead center of that trading range. BYND is not what is hot right now, and they continue to short it down. The overall market, let's talk about it. But really quick, guys, make sure to join my Discord server and hit that subscribe button. Get us to 35K subscribers. Discord is the top link in the description. It'll take you here. Make sure you pop in there. SPY's at 683, up 0.85% on the day. Continuing to climb vertical. This market is absurd. A lot of people would say it's overvalued, and it's very possible. But we are going to have major news this week. We have the interest rate decision on Wednesday, as well as Powell's conference. And then we have Microsoft, Google, and Meta reporting earnings Wednesday. Wednesday, dead center of the week, going to be the biggest day by far, but it's not done yet, as Thursday, President Trump and President Xi end up having that meeting. And then on Thursday as well, Apple and Amazon are reporting earnings. 20% of the S&P 500 companies report earnings this week. We can absolutely have a crash straight to the downside if things don't come in the way big money is expecting. We will be eyeing out for stealth selling Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before big tech reports earnings. So we'll be watching that closely. Make sure to have post notifications on. As far as Google goes, we were in calls before the market closed on Friday. We got a nice gap up. Those are up already about 30%, trading at 265. I still believe Google is coming above 270, possibly heading towards a $300 stock at 290. I believe we are going to have a blowout earnings, even though we are at all-time highs, and I'll stand by Google and I'll stay in my position. SoFi, 29.85, up 2.9%, building a base right here. But it looks like SoFi could possibly be losing momentum coming into earnings. Be careful. Last but not least, Michael Saylor Strategy bought 390 more Bitcoin worth $45 million. Qualcomm just got a deal with China. I believe it's up 20% or something along the lines of that. Don't quote me. I didn't look too hard, but this thing is ripping straight up. I would watch for resistance between 215 and 222. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to join the Discord server linked in the description. Get my custom indicator for free for 7 days on your TradingView chart, and make sure you learn how to use that. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.